Hey guys, it's Chris from Steeda, and today we're going to go over resonator deletes for your 2018 Plus Mustang. Specifically, how much power do they make over stock? We have a 2021 Mustang. We're going to throw an X pipe and an H pipe on that car to see what kind of numbers those pull, and on top of that, show you some sound clips as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, breaking it down, obviously when you're gonna take a stock resonator out of a GT and throw a resonator delete on there, you're gonna gain power. It's just a matter of how much and the differences between the X and the H, which is why we did this video. So looking at the graph, your baseline bone stock 2021 GT 1,600 miles roughly on the odometer. You're looking at 377 horsepower through the A10 and 359 foot-pounds of torque, both peak numbers, obviously. So then we threw the H-pipe on there, which is the blue line, and you're looking at 379 peak and 361 foot-pounds of torque, peak again. The thing that kind of threw us off guard, honestly, not necessarily off guard, but more or less just surprised us at the massive gains pretty much across the whole curve, is throwing that X-pipe on there. We knew that at the top of the power curve, you're gonna get more power out of an X-pipe. It just flows better than an H-pipe does. But throughout the entire thing, that's awesome. Looking at the green, you're looking at 385 horsepower peak and 368 foot-pounds of torque peak. But the story doesn't stop at peak horsepower and peak torque. Looking at the curve, I mean, especially looking at 2,500 RPM till probably 3,500, 4,000, that's the meat of the power curve. That's where you're gonna be feeling that seat of the pants going through from stoplight to stoplight and traffic, things like that. That red line's way down. I mean, that resonator definitely is coughing you up through those mid-power levels. It smooths out up top, definitely, but both the H-pipe and the X-pipe, you're gonna get a lot more in the middle there, and the H-pipe wins it out just before 2,500 RPMs, but that X-pipe just from basically 3,000, a little after 3,000, all the way to red line, you're looking at some pretty good gains. Now, 377 to 379 is a 2 horsepower gain for the H-pipe, and this is peak, obviously. 377 to 385, you're looking at a 7 horsepower gain. So again, pretty impressive, and it was great for us to be able to kind of compare and contrast the H-pipe versus the X-pipe in comparison to stock on a 2021 GT. One other thing to note is that we did run this test in 6th gear. The problem is with the factory calibration, 7th gear in your 1-to-1 ratio on these cars actually hits the speed limiter at about 155 miles per hour. So, in order to avoid that speed limiter, we ran all these tests in 6th gear. All in all, we're really pleased with these results. Regardless of whether you choose the X-pipe or the H-pipe, X-pipe, yes, does make a little bit more power, but the H-pipe still sounds great too, as does the X. But regardless of which one you choose, you can pick them both up right here at Steeda.com. Go ahead and comment below. Which one would you choose, the Resonator Delete X-pipe or the H-pipe for your 2015 Plus GT? Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, that notification bell, so you get the notification on your phone next time a Steeda video drops. And don't forget the most important thing, speed matters.